everyone, welcome back to my channel, Diamonds and Washi. My name is Katie, and today I'm here with my month in review for October of 2024. In my month in review videos, I like to take you through the different diamond paintings I've worked on during the month and show you my finishes, as well as share my whips that I have going into the upcoming month. If you're interested in seeing a set of month in reviews that I've done in the past, for the past at least few years now, I have a playlist that'll be linked below. It's a nice way to get a set of mini reviews, like quick snapshots of kits that I've worked on. And sometimes I do cover kits in my month in reviews that I don't necessarily do a dedicated post review on. So yeah, if you're interested in seeing those, I'll have that playlist linked below. But yeah, October, oh my gosh, October just had quite a lot to it, you guys. It was the second month of drills and chills, and that really set the tone for me as far as the kinds of projects I was working on throughout the month. Lots of fall and Halloween themed projects, so I did mix it up a little bit towards the end, and I also made some progress on some longer term projects that I have going, like my temperature dragon project for 2024, though that is, there's only 2 months left to do after this month. And then I started on my stitch along, so I also worked on 1 or 2 little secret projects that I won't be able to tell you about until a little bit later, and you'll just see them in my next month's month in review. But yeah, drills and chills did come to an end as of yesterday. I'm filming this on November 1st, and I am excited to have some of my kits to share with you. I did talk about some of these in my last drills and chills video, so you might have a tiny bit of deja vu, but there's some kits that you hadn't seen in that video, or at least hadn't seen completed, so I hope you'll stick around to see that as well. As far as the number of kits that I finished, I technically finished 6 kits during the month of October, and I have 3 whips going into the month of November, so we'll talk more about those later. I forgot to take a look. I'd like to tell you guys the number of videos that I put up on YouTube, but I forgot to go and do a quick count of that. I know I had some really busier than usual weeks this month, and so it was probably somewhere in the range of like 26 plus videos. There were some weeks that I had like multiple videos going up in a day, which is not my norm, but it was just a very, very busy month. So, and drills and chills videos every Saturday and stuff like that. So it was a busy month on YouTube, and I still had my weekly videos going up on my Patreon, and now my YouTube memberships, which have also launched. So if you're interested in supporting my channel, I have those linked below, and there are some perks you can get and stuff like that. But watching my videos is also just really fantastic and amazing. So that being said, I'd love to dive into actually showing you each of my completed projects and talking about them briefly. I have my paper logbook here, which is where I like to track any notes that I have about projects that I've worked on. I write down things like the stats and what I loved, and I rank things like how much I enjoyed it, what number of finish it is, and any events I participated in. So first kit that I have to share with you that was worked on, I don't know why I snapped that closed so like very... It was like I was making a statement. I really wasn't, but there we go. So anyway, my first kit for October that I finished was Pump Kitten Spice, which has seen a lot of love on my channel, including a dedicated post review. And I feel like it's very, very well deserved. This is my favorite drills and chills kit that I worked on this year. And it's from Enablers Outpost, and the artist is Purple Kitten Studios. It's 50 by 50 centimeters. It has 46 colors and has square drills, and is beautifully hand charted, and I adore the way that it looks finished. It was also very, very enjoyable and relaxing to work on. I feel like it's kind of rare that you get to work on a fall themed diamond painting that has lots of pastels like this one did, so that was really nice. All the color blocking was very relaxing, and I mean, I'm a cat person, so of course I enjoyed the subject matter quite a lot, and I just thought that all these improvements that Enablers Outpost has been working hard to make with their canvases, I feel like this is such a good example of how those improvements and that hard work is paying off. So yeah, overall the quality, like the canvas, the glue, the drills and everything were really top notch, and I don't have any complaints. I ranked this one as a 9 out of 10 as far as enjoyment goes, and a 4 out of 10 as far as confetti goes. There was a lot of color blocking, which meant that it did go pretty quickly. It was finish number, 186 overall of all my diamond paintings, and then 37 for the year 2024. And it wasn't quite the biggest kit that I worked on this month, but it was close. So I've been working on a lot of smaller kits, so you're going to see a lot of smaller kits here featured, and that's why I think my number of finishes is high and has been high for a little bit. But yeah, I love the render, the squares. Yeah, as soon as I started the first section of this kit, I was sold. I was like, this is it. This is pure joy. So I I love it. So this is pumpkin and spice. I'm not going to dive into it too much further because I have talked about it a lot here. If you want to hear me go into a lot of depth, show you close-ups and stuff, I will have the dedicated post review video linked for this kit below, and you're welcome to go and take a look. So that was first finish for the month. My second finish for the month was pumpkin with sunflowers, which I did film a dedicated post review for this kit, but it hasn't gone up yet. That'll probably go up here pretty soon. This was a special one because I didn't just do the kit itself, but I also picked up the coordinating enhancement suggestion set from DP with Sparklers and incorporated all those oodles of special drills into this kit. Now, this kit's from Diamond Art Club. It's by the artist Gail Flores and is 32.8 by 48 centimeters. It has 38 colors and round drills, and all the special drills that are in it are round as well. I started it on October 6th and finished it on October 8th. It was a pretty quick project and was pretty confetti heavy, but it was such a small kit that it still went pretty quickly. There's some color blocking in the pumpkin. You can actually see some of the color blocked special drills like the AB crystals. My favorite of the special drills from the enhancement suggestion set were these really pretty brown glimmer drills that have a pretty gold like glitter coating on the top, like fine glitter coating. That was my absolute favorite. It was really interesting to do a kit with this enhancement suggestion set. It's my first time doing one of those, and I could see myself doing it again, but with very particular artwork, like artwork that I think would really suit having lots of extra bling to it. I could also see myself maybe doing a couple of enhancement swaps, but not necessarily the whole set of swaps. This kit had 8 special drill color swaps in total, and I really dive into detail with that quite a lot when I do the dedicated post review. So I'm not going to go into a ton of detail for this just for that reason, but I still really wanted to show it to you. Now, this is definitely artwork that is not necessarily usually in my wheelhouse, but I did find myself enjoying it largely because of the novelty of working on a kit that had so many special drills and doing that enhancement suggestion swap. And it was on the smaller side. So it was like, even though the subject matter wasn't exactly my style, I was totally fine doing a kit that was on the smaller side for the sake of the novelty and the challenge of taking on something new in the form of that enhancement suggestion set. So I'm definitely going to take a look at the others that DP with Sparklers does offer in case there are any for other kits that I have there. I know they're regularly adding them, I think monthly. And, you know, I could see myself definitely doing that again in the future. So this was, I don't remember what I ranked this one as far as what number of favorite finish it was for my drills and chills canvases. I think it was in the lower half, but just because, you know, there were others that I just really loved a lot more, but still lots of fun. This was a snack size kit from Diamond Art Club's, I believe, Amazon storefront, and they have tons of snack size kits available there if you're looking for something smaller, and also something you can get with Prime 2-day shipping. So yeah, that was pumpkin with sunflowers. That was finish number 2 for the month. Finish number 3 does require a spoiler warning. I want to give you a heads up before I bring that into frame because it is a mystery kit. Now, specifically, this is the Autumn Mystery Kit from Jaded Gem Shop for the Crafters Den Discord server. And anyone's allowed to buy this. Anyone's allowed to join the Crafters Den Discord server. It's hosted by my friend Sophie at the Diamond Help Desk and is a really sweet and kind and supportive community. And they've done these mystery canvases each season so far this year. So this is the 3rd one I've done that's for autumn. Now, I'm giving a spoiler warning because if you get this exact mystery kit, it's going to be the same for everybody. If you were to get just generally a mystery kit from Jaded Gem Shop, it's highly customizable. You can be like, hey, Jaded Gem Shop, can I get a mystery kit that is just in this size range and by this particular artist that I love? And basically you can customize like your mystery experience where you still don't know exactly what the artwork is going to be, but they can still surprise you within whatever parameters you give them. So that being said, I just wanted to clarify so there's not confusion. This is one that if you get the Crafter's Den Autumn Mystery number 3, this is exactly the artwork you're going to get. So I'm going to be showing you the whole thing and talking about it. So if you don't want to see it, I will put a timestamp here on the screen that you can skip to if you want to totally avoid spoilers for this one. Okay. All right. I'm going to bring it into frame now. So the last chance to click away, and here we go. There she is. Isn't she gorgeous? Oh my gosh. So this artwork is by Mystique Arts that Jaded Gem Shop signed a little bit ago. And what's really funny to me is that I actually, when Jaded Gem Shop first signed this artist and was kind of asking, you know, for suggestions on from various people, I'm like, oh, what artwork should I consider licensing? I think it was at the beginning of the year. Apparently I sent her this exact artwork and she licensed it and turned it into a mystery. I just completely forgot because I have a terrible, terrible memory. So that meant that this was actually a surprise as I was working on it. Even as I was opening it up section by section, I didn't know. I wasn't totally sure what it was going to be. I started in the bottom left corner and I thought this artwork did really suit the concept of doing it as a mystery. I didn't know specifically what was going to be happening as I kind of got up into it. I knew that it would be, on theme for sort of the autumn season, which it absolutely is. You can see, got that like the leaves and everything. And she's a witch, so obviously that kind of fits the Halloween side of things as well. This is, about the mystery aspect. So what Jada Gem Shop does with their mystery kits is it comes with a solid black cover on the top so that you aren't even seeing the symbols. You're not making out those really easily distinguishable patterns in the symbols that give you a hint of what the artwork is. It's all printed in black and white, and you kind of just open up whatever size section you want to, and you otherwise aren't seeing the rest of it. So I love that approach. It enhances the ability for it to be a true mystery kit as you're working on it. So this is a hand charted kit, or as Jada Gem Shop has sometimes called them, pixel charted. That means that, as you can see, there's lots of clean and crisp lines. The standard charting at Jada Gem Shop, the kind of traditional classic charting, is more a hybrid style. It's going to be a lot higher confetti. This one is hand charted though, and that made this also really enjoyable to work on because there was color blocking in a lot of areas that I liked. There's some special drills charted. You can see the crystals there on kind of like the trim of her bodice or her dress that are coming through. There's some crystals in her eyes, and there's some glimmer drills too, like on her profile with like that fine glitter coating and stuff. So lots of cute and fun special drills that were charted into this kit as well. The one thing that I did run into that I didn't necessarily love was, so her hair, and this is a personal thing. So there was just a lot of confetti kind of in her hair, and there's a lot of outlining to be done with that black 310. All those lines with that color, and those drills were kind of trash prone. I already told Jada Gem Shop they're aware and they're taking that feedback into account, so that made that not as exciting to work on. And when I was in here, I was just like, oh my gosh, when does her hair end? I just am ready to get out of having to do all this black outlining. I'd plenty of 310 drills left over, so it was not a huge deal, but I still was like, I just am not loving this part of it. I'm sorry. Speaking of, I forgot to mention stats. This kit is 45 by 60 centimeters. All of the Crafters and Mysteries have been kind of in this size range-ish, so that has been kind of nice. It's not like a huge undertaking for a seasonal kit. It has 46 colors and does have square drills. You can get it with round drills, but if you do that, the background is going to have the color on it. I think it's still going to come with a black solid cover, but when you open it up, it's not going to be black and white symbols. You're going to see like the background color on the symbols, because otherwise you would see, if they tried to do black and white with round drills, you'd see the white outline around every single drill, because round drills don't cover up that whole space on the canvas. So I got it with square drills. And I started this on October 9th and finished it on October 16th. It was my 39th finish of the year. I ranked the confetti as a 5 out of 10 and my enjoyment as an 8 out of 10. It was the hair that really brought that down. But otherwise, I had a lot of fun. It's been a minute since I've done a mystery kit, so this was a nice one to kind of get back into it. And it really did help me personally, as far as my enjoyment goes, that this was a hand-charted kit and there was all that color blocking in it. Doesn't hurt that it has a lot of pinks and purples. That is definitely my style. And overall, aside from the 310 drills, the drill quality was really good. Also, things like the canvas material, the glue, and etc. All of that was the excellent quality I've really come to know and expect from Jada Gem Shop. So yeah, this was my third finish of this month. Now my fourth finish, I gotta move this out of the way so we're not in spoiler territory anymore, okay? So now you're safe to look again if for whatever reason you were here and not just not looking at the screen. So the mystery's gone, out of frame. My next finish is this adorable little Make Market kit. And if you couldn't guess from the subject matter, this was my dragon kit for October. This year I have been working on one dragon kit a month in honor of the Year of the Dragon, and so I have actually stuck to that all year so far. And I am thinking of extending it just into January, by the way. I have a kit already in mind, but I thought, well, the Lunar New Year actually technically ends at the end of January anyway, so how fun would it be to do a last hurrah with a dragon kit in January of 2025? So anyway, for October, I thought that I would probably want to go with another small kit, similar to how I did for September when I did those mini dazzles. chills. I knew I was really going to be neck deep in drills and chills related, just the kind of content side and admin side of things, as well as working on a lot of kits that were centered around that. I didn't have any dragons that were seasonal that would work for the event, so I thought, well, I have this one in my back pocket as a really small option. Specifically, this is 20.3 by 25.4 centimeters. It's from Make Market at Michael's, and it has round drills. And Make Market at Michael's, you've seen and probably heard me talk a lot about on my channel recently, just because they've had a lot of fun like Halloween and seasonal kits, and just generally speaking, I find that they are so so budget friendly. The prices are so good, especially for the value of what you're getting. Well, there's a lot about this that is kind of, stripped down. There's not a lot of bells and whistles. The quality is definitely there, like the drill quality. Honestly, even the render, I feel like is pretty good for this size point, even though it is still pretty pixelated. And that was something I wrote down as kind of a meh on this kit. But for this size point, the render was pretty solid, and obviously, in my opinion, a human being was involved with charting this piece out and turning the artwork into a diamond painting. But I think that this one was like $9.99, and that was full price, and Michael's always has coupons, so I think I probably paid like $6 for this. And my understanding is also that as far as licensing and being above board with the use of the artwork with their kits, my understanding is that that is all good to go with Michael's, particularly if you're getting kits from this Make Market brand in a brick and mortar store. I am reasonably confident that we are good to go as far as this goes. So you just can't beat the price point for licensed artwork, or the equivalent of licensed artwork for sure. So this one was pretty confetti heavy, and the artwork wasn't honestly that exciting to me. It wasn't like, oh, I love this artwork so much. It was just kind of this will be a nice like little snack size kit to pull out when I need something that's not huge to work on in the midst of drills and chills, and that fit the bill. I finished this in a couple of days. I kind of went back and forth between this and another kit. I started it on October 19th and finished it on October 21st, and I ranked the confetti as an 8 out of 10 and my enjoyment as a 4 out of 10. Not that there was anything like a lot that was inherently problematic about the kit and the process of working on it. It just was like, it wasn't exciting, It had 18 colors, round drills, and the symbols. So Make Market, this is an ongoing thing with them. Sometimes it's an issue, sometimes it's not. It just kind of bothered me a little bit on this kit, but it wasn't like too difficult to read. But Make Market symbols are just really oversaturated. I don't know if it's something about this 100% polyester canvas material that it maybe just like kind of soaks up the ink and like spreads it a bit. It's just a bit much. It's not my favorite, but I will put up with it because the quality, like the price point for the overall value, is completely there for me. This was a quick, nice little kit, and I almost didn't even section it off. I almost just opened it up and worked on the whole thing, but no, I ultimately split it into 4s just to, I don't know, break it down into sections anyway. But yeah, so this is my dragon kit. So I didn't fall behind in October. I did get a dragon kit in, and this was finish number 4. Finish number 5 is a cutie that you got to see me have partially completed in my Drills and Chills Week 8 video. And that is Don't Leaf Me from Muni Made and the artist Cute But Weird. This adorable kit was my last Drills and Chills project, and I had in my back pocket for a while, just sort of thinking that, so I went into Drills and Chills this year thinking I have so many things that fit the Halloween side of the theme for the event. I really want some fall kits. And so I went a little overboard and overcompensated, and the majority of my kits ended up being fall themed for the event after all. This is one I picked up pretty early on. I also wanted to make sure I was supporting and showing small shops for the event too. And so this is artwork I'd had my eye on for a while. And so I had picked it up a little while back, and it's so stinking adorable. I have such a soft spot for foxes, so that was a no-brainer for me. It is where is it? Oh, I'm on the wrong page. Hold on. This one is 45 by 60 centimeters also. I'm sensing a theme. I feel like so many kits I did for this event and otherwise are in that size range. It has, I forgot to write it in my book, 64 colors and has square drills. It's quite colorful. And I said, okay, start was October 21st, finish was October 28th. It was my 41st finish of this year. And confetti I ranked as a 5 out of 10, enjoyment 6 out of 10. So, this kit, I The reason the enjoyment wasn't higher isn't because there was a problem with the artwork or with the quality. It was more that I think I was just kind of like, I was good. I was ready to be done with event and seasonal kits. I was just a little fatigued with them. And so I feel bad, like maybe that didn't give this kit like the best chance possible. And I do feel bad about that, but it is what it is. And there still is quite a lot that I did enjoy about working on this kit. I like the special drills. There's some really, really amazing and fun ABs. There's like an orange and a light blue AB that comes in these swirls. It comes through here too that I thought was really fun. The orange ABs in like the veins of the leaf are so pretty. And then there's this nice little white AB in the fox's eyes and at the tip of the fox's tail that I thought was really cute. And just overall, I thought this was a really nicely done kit. I tend to be really impressed and happy with Muni Made's kits, and like Muni Made has this incredible dedication and attention to detail that blows me away and has me always coming back to their kits and their diamond painting accessories because I think it's just so incredibly top notch. And so going into it, like I knew that I'd be getting that back from this kit. I know that they've been making some improvements and adjustments, and I think that this might have been what they're calling like a version 1.5 kit, where it's kind of in between some of the changes that they're making. And I noticed that in particular with, there were definitely some different, it looked like almost two different kinds of drill styles in here. So they're all square drills, but some of them were more like super shiny and super pointed to the top, and others had like flat tops on them, and also just had like a slight texture, like a difference in texture look to them. Which I think here's a good example is with these colors. Like these, this light pink has like a pyramid top, and you could see they almost look a tiny bit bigger in some ways. Actually, this orange color is the same too, compared to like this dark orange or like this brown color, or even this darker color below it. There's just a difference between like these drills and these drills. And so like visually it was almost a little bit distracting, but I think especially once you step back, you don't really see it too much. But when I was working with them, I was a little bit worried. I was like, is there any kind of inconsistency in the shape here? The good news is I think that these are the new ones they're moving to, the ones with a really pointy top, and those fit extra snugly with very, very, very minimal gapping. As it is, there wasn't a ton of gapping with the other style of drills, but I just am like, oh, I think that that's other ones what they're moving to, and that'll just be that much, you know, nicer to work with too. But anyway, I'm kind of getting into the weeds here. I will probably do a dedicated post review for this kit where I'll kind of go over this and into some more detail there too, but I just wanted to quickly give you a snapshot of this one, I think, because I hadn't shown it completed on my channel yet, so I have more thoughts to share with you. But yeah, this was really cute, and I've said that a million times. The artist's name for this is literally Cute But Weird, so maybe that's why it's particularly on the brain. But yeah, this was finish number 5 for the month, and it was a fun one. It was a fun one to end the event on. Now, finish number 6, I hate to be a stinker, but I can't share it with you right now because it hasn't come out yet and I can't tell you what it is. But it was, I'll tell you, it was a relatively quick finish and it's a lot of fun. So I don't know if I'll do a dedicated post review for that one or if you'll just see it in my November month in review. And there'll be a video that does come out at some point where you will also see it finish, you know, in addition to the month in review. So stay tuned for that. I'm really sorry. And there's also one of my, that's the end of my finishes for October. And one of my whips going into November is also a secret project. So I don't really like doing that. The timing doesn't usually work out against me like this, where I have like secret projects that I'm having to avoid talking to you about in my month in review. I'm only mentioning it now just for sake of like consistency, I guess, and posterity with my number count for what I include in these videos. I don't know if that's the way I should do it, but it's what I am doing, and I'm sorry. So thanks for understanding. But I can show you my other 2 whips. I mentioned I have 3 whips going into November. I can show you the other 2. So first, let me show you my updated temperature dragon with October filled in. So this is my temperature cross-stitch conversion project, and let me give you just a really quick rundown of what a temperature project is and what you're seeing that's going on here. So temperature projects are really popular in like floss circles, like cross-stitch, knitting, crochet, and stuff like that. You'll see like temperature blankets or scarves or something like that. What that means is basically it's a project that's tracking the temperature in some way throughout the year. In this case, I'm tracking the high temperature in the area that I live throughout the year, and I'm doing so by using a cross-stitch chart that maps things out according to month. And I basically have, for each temperature that there's a DMC color code that I've assigned to it, and it's actually temperature ranges. So like 74 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit is, you know, DMC 1. I don't know. I don't have I don't have my numbers in front of me. But basically, whatever temperature, high temperature it is that day, I have a DMC code assigned to it, and I put that in according to what the cross-stitch chart has mapped out. So for example, in this dragon, the nose here, this is January, this section is February, these two little spikes are March, this spike is April, June, July, August, September. No, I messed up. What did I do? Because this is October, September, August. Anyway, whatever. This is October down here. So I know it's correct on there. I think I just dropped a month when I was going too fast. So yes, I'm reading a cross-stitch chart and turning it into a diamond painting on a blank canvas. I will link to the unboxing video that I did on this kit where I go through it in a lot of detail. The canvas material is, this canvas is from Amazon. Do not recommend. It was super cheap. I decided to do this project very, very last minute. It's very floppy. And so I needed something I could get in quickly before the end of January because that's how late I started it. The special drills are from DP with Sparklers. I decided to use a chunky glitter. Also not planning to use that special drill type again, but the background is kind of the glimmer, the fine glitter coating style of drill. It's a white color just to give a little extra sparkle. But yeah, so this is the month of October, and this month it had a lot of hot days. October is often one of our hottest months here in California. September and October both pretty warm, but we did have, as you can see with some of these blues and purples here, that was when we started dipping into some fall weather. We had some days that were highs in the low 70s, and even a day that had a high in the low 60s, I think was this blue color actually. So this chart, by the way, is from Christie's Corner. I'll link to her Etsy shop. She's an artist and created this chart and has some other cute temperature charts too. But yeah, there's things I'm going to do differently for next year. I'm realizing, oh my gosh, it's November. I need to go ahead and decide what I'm doing and get my materials ordered because I want to get a better quality canvas for sure, probably from Jaded Gem Shop or Evermoment, so that it'll actually be to size and everything. But yeah, October was cute, you know, lots of fun pinks and purples. Overall, I have kind of mixed feelings about this project. I am going to see it through to the end. There's things that I'm just considering a learning experience. This is the first time I've done any kind of temperature project, let alone doing one as a cross-stitch chart turned into a diamond painting. The month of November is going to be here. It's going to be a nice big section, which is fun because like that's my birthday month, so it gets lots of love in this eye over here. The month of December is a little bit of a mouth that's going to be down here, so you'll see that at the end of the year. But yeah, so that is how my temperature project is coming along. That's my second whip. My third and final whip I have going into November. You guys, I finally started my stitch along for, this is the Night of the Frost Dragon by Flossy Fox Shop. This is a stitch along that I'm doing as a diamond painting. This artist is licensed with a couple of places. They have diamond paintings at Jaded Gem Shop, and they have pixels, which is sticker by number, over at the Pixel shop. And when I saw that they were doing a stitch along, and I saw the different kind of like themes that they shared, and of course it's dragons as part of it, and foxes and stuff, I thought, okay, I want to try to do a stitch along as a diamond painting. The way that a stitch along works, depending on the shop, but the way this one works is that there is a portion of this chart that is released each month. There's 8 parts in total, so we're 2 months into it. The next part is going to be released on, I believe, November 10th, and you can join in at any time and you get access to the whole chart that has been released so far, as well as the future pieces to be released. But part 1 was this section here. I didn't start it until October, so you didn't see this one in my month in review for September. But this was a September release, and then this was the October release, and I think the November release continues this way, but you're seeing like a lot of extra space left because though it's not like cut into perfect squares, the sections are, so I'm leaving space because I don't know how close she's going to get to some of these other elements as we get into it. But it's been really, really fun, you guys. I've never done a stitch along before and thought it would be so fun to do it as a diamond painting because I haven't seen an equivalent of this in the diamond painting world as of yet, and the themes and the art style really appealed to me. Now, I did send a message to the shop before I purchased this and just asked, I was like, hey, I was wondering if this stitch along was going to have any back stitching or specialty stitches, because well, there are some like interesting ways you can do workarounds to show that on a diamond painting. There's not like a really clean way to do it, and so I thought for a stitch along, I was hoping there wouldn't be a lot of specialty stitches or back stitches. And she said, no, she keeps it pretty simple, and loved how, she loved the idea of doing it as a diamond painting. And I know there's a lot of others that have decided to do it as well. Because the way that this chart is done is that there's not a background color that the artist chooses, because it's done like, it's not full coverage in cross-stitch terms. So a cross-stitcher would pick whatever fabric that they want, and that's what you would see in the background. So this dark gray is kind of emulating what the fabric would be if you were doing this as a cross stitch. But the artist did give some like rough color schemes for this project and some suggested different background colors that she thought would look good. And so I went with the dark gray, and Jada Gem Shop did the materials for this for me. I just sent the floss usage chart over to her and everything, and she did all the math, including how many drills I was going to need for the background color. And it was very easy, and this has been a really fun challenge. It's been interesting to tackle just sort of how this looks a little bit different than a traditional cross-stitch conversion project. So anyway, guys, that is my progress on the night of the Frost Dragon Stitch Along, and I'm hoping to stay caught up to it, or with it now as we go on, as there's drops each month. So hopefully I'll be sharing progress updates with you on this one for the next 6 months and so on. So that's it as far as my projects for October and what I have in progress going into November. Plans for November. I have a lot of loose ends to tie up with regards to drills and chills. We have to, like, just kind of on the back end of things and getting all of our grand prize winners and stuff drawn. So that's going to take some of my time and energy in the coming week or so. I'm hoping to get it knocked out with Lindsay. And then I'm on the fence, honestly, if I'm going to participate in any events, just because I often come out of drills and chills historically feeling like I just want a little breather from being in events. But I will tell you that there's some awesome events happening this month. The one that I might participate in is Night Court November, which is an event that Mackenzie from Dragon Wing Diamonds, and I think, oh my gosh, I'm blanking. She co-host with Sophie from the Diamond Help Desk. They're doing, it's kind of a novel themed event that's based on, like, you can do artwork that has characters that are based on characters from books. It was inspired specifically by like A Court of Thorns and Roses, hence the Night Court November, but they've expanded it to include other book characters. I don't want to misspeak though, or say the wrong thing, so I'll point you to their announcement videos, which I'll have linked below. There are also some great resources out there to see what other events are going on, because there are a lot, and there's something for everyone out there, I think. So I think there's a Facebook group, and there's at least one Instagram page that tries to track events that are going on. So if you're looking to see what's out there, take a look. There's just oodles of links in the description. I'll try to have everything really clearly labeled. Go and take a look at those in those spaces to see if there is an event happening in November that you're interested in. But I'm just going to I'm going to see how I feel after I actually wrap up everything with drills and chills and finish up kind of the secret projects that I'm working on too. So very tempted to start some holiday and Christmas kits early, but I don't know. We'll see. But I also have some video things I'd really like to work on now that I feel like I have a little bit more time again with drills and chills being over. I'd love to finally get out my rainy day stash video, which every time I mention it, I hear you guys getting very excited about it. And so I'm making a priority of that. I hope I can get to that this month. But otherwise, I don't have any huge plans. If there is anything exciting happening for Black Friday, traditionally I do countdown live stream with some friends to Diamond Art Club's Black Friday release. I haven't heard anything yet. I don't know if and what they might be doing, but if there's something happening again this year and there's a countdown that like we could do, then I'm sure we will. So, stay tuned for that. If you have joined us for past years, it's like at this point, one of the only times that I go live on my channel and you actually see my face. So if you are interested in that, stay tuned for that too. So that's kind of it. But yeah, let me hear from you guys, please. Let me know in the comments, what did you work on in October? Are there any projects you really loved? Any finishes you're proud of, or any other like goals outside of diamond painting, like finishing diamond paintings that you want to share about? And what's November look like for you? Do you have any projects in mind, or anything else kind of on the brain? Or are you just kind of gearing up for Black Friday and then the holidays? So Always love hearing from you in the comments. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video and to leave a comment if you choose to. Also, if you wouldn't mind, if you did like this video, could you give it a thumbs up on your way out? And also I invite you to subscribe if you did enjoy this video and want to see more diamond painting videos from me. I try to do a variety of unboxings from a variety of companies here on my channel, and reviews as well, like this one, and sometimes more in-depth individual ones too. You'll also see tutorials and other diamond painting related videos here in weekly whip and chats. Hopefully it's a good time, and I'd love to have you here. So I'm gonna let you go though. So I hope you have a day and a week that's as amazing as you are, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.